Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. When I was in fifth grade, I noticed a problem with the concept of a national holiday or any other day that I get school off. Really, what had happened was I was excited about Thanksgiving, about Christmas, about Labor Day. I can't remember which day it was. But the day came, and I quickly realized that the day off was neutralized by the fact that everybody else got the day off, right? My favorite restaurant was not open, or it might have been really busy. I can't remember the occasion. Um, I lived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We had a theme park called Kennywood, and on Labor Day it would be incredibly busy, right? I don't think they were open Thanksgiving. Pittsburgh, the climate is not very good for theme parks during the Thanksgiving break. But you get the idea, right? The concept of having a day off school was completely neutralized by the fact that everybody else took that day off, right? You know what my favorite holidays were? When the school closed for some kind of teacher meeting, right? We had in Pennsylvania, we have what's called an Act 80 day. The teachers get together for some kind of meeting, and I get the day off, but my parents don't get the day off. Um, and when I got to be an age where I could walk into the downtown area, we lived in a suburb called Murraysville. We lived about a mile or so from downtown Murraysville. I got to be an age where I could walk into downtown Murraysville. Oh my God, I love those Act 80 days. No parents, and I got to walk to into downtown. Maybe grab some fast food. Oh, those were really great holidays, right? Because nobody took the day off, and so it just made me realize that the whole concept of a holiday doesn't really work unless you're the one taking the day off, right? And now that I'm all grown up, it's a really sucky concept because we don't get a whole lot of days off that we get to choose, right? I teach at a community college. I was going to take today off, actually. Today's November 7th. Mary Curry turns 157 years old. I love Mary Curry, and I almost scheduled the day off, except that I really love all of my students, and I can't bring myself to tell the students that. I mean, I'll still celebrate her birthday with the students in the classroom, but I'm not going to take the day off. And but this is the kind of day I would love to take off, because my favorite restaurant's not going to be disrupted by being closed or busy or anything like that, right? I can't go to my favorite restaurant on a Thanksgiving. I have anxiety disorder as it is. And so I relax very differently than a lot of it. Some people would love to go to a restaurant on Thanksgiving when it's really loud, and that's how they relax. That's not how I relax, right? And it really sucks when you have some kind of divergent lifestyle here in the United States. If you recharge differently than everybody else, if you do recreationally different things, if you have different kinds of hobbies, if you the only time it really helps is the only time when you really get a benefit from being divergent with society is if you invest your money differently, if you get ahead of the curve with investments. If you bought Bitcoin 20 years ago, if you buy strategic metals now, if you had bought precious metals in the 1980s when nobody wanted them, that's when you benefit from being divergent. Anywhere else, it kind of sucks, right? But the other reason I want to abolish holidays is that we just get so little time off, right? Especially if you're single. At my job, I often hear about family life, of work-life balance in terms of family life. Right, my colleagues are always spending time with their spouses, with their kids, and meanwhile, if you're single, it is so hard to find a time to network with people, right? I meet somebody that I might connect with, and then both of us have scheduling difficulties when we try to get together, right? I wish work life balance would kind of address that. I talked about how a couple nights ago, Bloomberg News did a piece on how South Korea is trying to change that because their birth rate crisis, right? And they need people to actually date and have kids, and so they're hopefully they're going to have a little bit better work-life balance for singles who are trying to date, right? But here in the United States, I can't tell you how badly it sucks. I finally get to know somebody that we might connect, and all of a sudden, oh, I can't do it. I got work today. I can't bring myself to take off because I really love my students. And she says that, I was just talking to somebody who works 12-hour shifts in the medical profession. And I guarantee if the two of us were talking about going on a field trip with our kids, it would be a whole different story than that, right? And why don't we, since not, I mean, if we abolished all holidays, you can still call Christmas your holiday, but it would open up a lot of possibilities, right? And plus, it'd be a lot less hectic during the Christmas season, right? I probably wouldn't take Christmas off, although my students might beg to defer. It's hard to say, right? I got students from all sorts of different cultures. Not all of them celebrate the Christmas season, right? Um, I think I had quite a number of students take off during Yom Kippur, right? So you get the idea, right? And plus, I think that holidays are almost unconstitutional, right? I thought we had separation of the state with the church, right? Okay, just thought I would throw that out there. There is one holiday that, at least here in Arizona, we had the foresight to abolish many, many decades ago, and I hope the rest of the country will follow suit. It's the one. It's the holiday where we have to twice a year where we have to change our clocks. Right? We definitely need to abolish that holiday, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.